Thanks Balolo for sponsoring this video.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough. When you're thinking everything is gone wrong, just remember that I'm here to cheer you on. Yeah, I wanna pick you up from the ground, let you know that I'm always around, 'cause I know we can make it, yes we can make it, if we try, keep on trying. You got it, I believe in you. You got it, I know you got this. You got it, just keep on trying. You got it. There's been a lot of bumps in the road. Oh yeah, always carrying that oh so heavy load. When you feel like there's too much on your plate.
2024 Desk Setup. I'm always on the hunt for the next home office upgrade, whether to increase the functionality of my workspace or improve the aesthetics. In today's video, I'm going to guide you through what's new in my space and evaluate whether the changes were worth it or not. I also have a new website with all the products, wallpapers and templates that I use, where you can use categories to easily find what you're searching for. As always, all the links will be in the description. The Nano-texture Studio Display. I'm obsessed with how clean this finish looks on the monitor. I chose this over the standard glass to get rid of annoying reflections in the background, and I'm very happy with how well it handles them. But this comes at a cost, and that is sharpness. If we compare it with the mate view, we can clearly see the difference. The text on the older monitor looks sharper, and if we zoom in, we can see individual pixels. On the studio display, the pixels are blurred out. This is noticeable when we look at the text. It feels like your eyes can't focus properly. However, I got used to it after some days, and now it feels normal. Aside from that, the monitor's design is impeccable. The build is a solid piece of aluminum with a unique stand that lifts and tilts the monitor flawlessly. The most surprising thing though are the speakers, which are incredibly good. They can go incredibly loud, sounding rich and bassy. For video editing, the 16:9 aspect ratio is perfect, as the video fills the entirety of the screen without black bezels. The extra 4 USB-C ports on the back are quite handy to connect external peripherals, as I always end up using them all. I feel like this purchase didn't make a significant improvement in my workflow, and my Huawei was perfectly fine. Overall, I'm happy but not completely satisfied. I really hope Apple releases a studio display with ProMotion in the future with a higher definition camera that also supports Face ID. Thinner bezels would be much appreciated as well. The solid walnut setup cockpit. The Balolo's desk shelf has been on my desk for over a year now, and I can't recommend this enough. Compared to other monitor stands, this one features a mounting grid system to attach a variety of accessories, allowing you to customize your setup according to your needs and hold all kinds of devices in a clean and organized way. Out of all the variants I have, the new solid walnut finish is by far my new favorite. The deep tone and wood pattern look fantastic in person, lending a mature and elegant look to your setup. Personally, I like to use the smart holder for the Stream Deck to hold my iPad on the front, which I use as my second monitor, and the laptop dock on the back to keep my MacBook within reach. The reason why I used a plastic divider at the beginning is that my new dock didn't fit at first. I kind of wish the trays were a little bit taller, but the best thing about this desk shelf is that you can find workarounds like this since nothing is fixed. Among the new releases from Balolo, there's also a larger catch-all tray, which is entirely made of solid steel with wood accents on the sides. The cutout on the front makes it easier to open, and the depth matches that of the large tray. Additionally, there's a new leather desk mat. The quality is incredible, and the texture feels very natural, with a mix of smooth and rough surfaces. It's the same size as the wool felt that I use on my desk, and I like to use it to store my camera gear on the shelving unit. If you're going to buy from Balolo, make sure to use my 10% discount code in the video description. Steelcase Gesture. I bought this chair on Amazon for 1400 euros and it's been worth every cent. It feels super sturdy and doesn't make any weird noises or wobbles when you sit on it. The cushion is just right. You can sit on it for hours without feeling uncomfortable. Plus, you can easily adjust the depth with the side knob while sitting on it. The arms are really impressive. You can tilt them, move them back and forth, even adjust their height with a button underneath. And they rock solid too. The backrest is pretty flexible, but it doesn't lock in place, which can be a bit annoying. The lumbar support, on the other hand, is alright, and you can fine-tune it to fit your back better. The headrest is awesome, but I'm not a huge fan of the mesh design. A softer fabric would have been better. Overall, this chair has been a great upgrade, both ergonomically and aesthetically. It's comfy, flexible, and just feels good to sit in. Plus, no rigid edges, so you can cross your legs without feeling cramped. Caldigit Thunderbolt 4 dock. I use many peripherals in my setup and I'm often left without ports, especially USB-C types. And when I find a solution, the cables stick out, creating visual clutter. Caldigit found a solution to both problems. This Thunderbolt 4 dock features 18 ports, of which 3 are Thunderbolt 4 and 3 are USB-C. Unlike most generic docks, this one features a rear host port for a cleaner setup experience. Thunderbolt 4 means it can support dual 6K 60Hz displays or a single 8K monitor. The price is quite high, but justified if you're a professional and need a reliable dock that's also silent and doesn't overheat. The only thing I would complain about is this punchy light dot that's quite distracting at night. Mode keyboards. Mode recently released 2 new keyboards, and I've had the pleasure of trying them out. The most recent is the new 65. As the name suggests, it's a 65% board that features a compact design to save space on the desk. This allows improved ergonomics as it keeps your mouse closer and a minimal look. To me, it resembles a mini version of the Sonnet from the sides, and I love it. In comparison, the accent is magnetically attached and the bottom features a distinct circular badge. Personally, I couldn't use this keyboard layout due to its limited functions, but it's worth keeping an eye on. The other keyboard, and the one I'll be sticking with, is the Loop TKL. For those who don't know, TKL means 10 key less, which indicates that the numpad is missing compared to a full-size keyboard. Honestly, I think this is the sweet spot for me. I always hated full-size keyboards as they take up too much space, but this, I believe, is the perfect length. And if you, like me, don't use the navigation keys, you can always remap the keys to act as a numpad. The downside is that you have 9 numbers, and the 0 has to go in a weird place. By the way, to remap the keys, I use Carabiner elements. In terms of typing experience, I enjoy typing on quiet builds. I believe loud click sounds negatively affect my focus while working, and I try to reduce mental clutter as much as possible. The key travel of the Loop in comparison with the others is much stiffer due to the anthracite silent switches. You need to press a bit harder to type. This may slightly reduce typing speed, but it increases your accuracy. As some of you pointed out, the Sonnet accent wasn't really looking like Walnut, and I believe it's actually oak, so I also asked Mode to send a new Walnut accent. To install it, I simply opened the case with a screwdriver and switched it with the new one. Now, all my keyboards have matching Walnut accents, and man, they all look so good. Satechi 3-in-1 wireless charger. In my previous video, I mentioned the need for a compact charging station to keep my shelf clean, and Satechi offered to send one for review. The stand looks very sleek, but it doesn't support fast charging. This is convenient if you leave your devices charging overnight or during the day, but if you're in a hurry, it's not very efficient. The build quality is exceptional and quite heavy, but the glossy surface is sensitive to scratches and attracts dust. What I love most about it is that the watch charger is removable, and you can take it with you to charge your watch on the go, even with your smartphone. Without it, the base remains flat so that you can also charge an extra smartphone in case you have one. Dyson V12 Slim Absolute. I didn't know I would look forward to cleaning my house after buying this. The green light on the head reveals invisible particles on the floor and transforms a boring activity into a game. The cordless vacuum comes with lots of different attachments, including a stand to hang it. In my case, I took advantage of the wood panel to avoid further damaging the wall. Not only does it look better, but it also helps hide the power cable elegantly. Among the different heads, we find a motor bar for cleaning rugs and carpets. It's pretty loud when you use it, but it automatically clears wrapped hair from the brush bar while in use. We find a similar system in the smaller head made to remove pet hair. I don't have animals, but I like to use it to clean surfaces like my desk pad, my chair, or the sofa. The capacity is only 0.35 liters, but its point-and-shoot mechanism makes it easy to empty. For my small home, this is just perfect. The runtime on auto mode lasts about 30 minutes, but it's more than enough to clear the entire floor. And when you're done, you can easily remove the brush and wash it. The body is light, compact, and extremely practical if you decide to take it with you for other activities like cleaning your car. By far, this has been the most life-changing upgrade, not only to my workspace, but my home in general. Philips Hue Lighting. After buying the Hue Go lamp, I was so impressed with the seamless experience of the app that I delved further into the Philips Hue ecosystem. So I bought a new strip light, smart bulbs, and accessories such as the Hue bridge and the remote controller. During the initial setup of the strip light, only the initial LEDs were turning on, so I thought mine was faulty. After returning it and receiving the replacement, I realized that it was part of the setup process. This could have been easily avoided with clearer instructions. Anyways, the strip light is amazing. Unlike most light strips, this one uses gradient technology, which mixes different colors of light at once. To be honest, mine is always set to the same, but it's a cool feature to have. What I like most about it is the diffuser that covers the LEDs. This simple solution gets rid of annoying light points projected on the wall and creates a soft and cozy gradient light. To control my lights, I use the Hue dimmer switch. I really like the simple design and the wall mount it comes with. You can easily attach it to your wall and snap it in place with magnets. The best part comes after pairing it with the Hue bridge, which is like a brain to control a bunch of Hue accessories all together. You can now remap the buttons to perform specific functions, such as changing scenes or adjust brightness. I'm not going into much more detail, but I have to say that the experience so far has been very seamless. Honorable mentions. Elgato Wave Mic Arm. I find low-profile arms much more practical than regular boom arms, and they're kinda everywhere nowadays, so I jumped on the trend. This one features a slot for cable management to keep your desk clean. It can hold the Shure SM7B just fine, but you have to tighten the knob pretty hard to don't let it fall. I placed it on the front of the desk, otherwise it would get in the way of the shelf and the wall. Elgato Stream Deck. I actually got this as a gift a while ago and I never used it until I got my newer key light. I also discovered I could control my Philips Hue ecosystem with it, and now I can live without it. You can do so much with this little thing, and I'm just now beginning to explore its possibilities. Kanso design pots. I'm obsessed with plants. I used to have way more in my office, but I moved most of them in my living room. However, I like to have them around, and Kanso Design set me up with some beautiful pots. They also sent a few walnut hangers and this beautiful stainless steel watering can. I only installed one hanger at the moment, and I'm keeping the other for another occasion. Baton Rouge XXC Andrew Foy Edition. I enjoy playing the guitar in my free time as a hobby. I remember watching Andrew Foy videos back in the days and his beautiful guitar. I always loved it and knew one day I would get it. So here it is. If you have a hobby that fulfills you, keep it close to you. It will keep you company in your lonely times until you'll find someone worth to share it with. That's all for today's video. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer them all. In the next episode, I'm going to guide you through the makeover process of my living room and giving you a tour of the space. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.